Hey everybody, what's up? What's going on? It's time for everybody's favorite game show, Would You Rather. Now, let's just jump right into it. Would you rather have a giant hamster or a tiny rhino? Now, a giant hamster, I think, would be a little bit scary. Hamsters, they're cool, and I think part of what makes hamsters cool are their size. The hamster that's too big, I think, would just I think it would resemble another kind of animal. I think it would resemble like a cat or just like a dog or like a mix between the two, and it just wouldn't. I don't think it would be unique. But a tiny rhino would be adorable, especially when it got angry and would try to charge at you. But it's so small, it can't do anything because it's a little teeny tiny rhino. And so I'm gonna go with the tiny rhino. 83% agree with me, and 17% would just want a big stupid animal that isn't even cool. Instagram or Facebook? That's not really a would you rather, but would you rather Instagram or Facebook? I'm going to go with Instagram because on Facebook, I have to not only see pictures of stupid people and stuff like that, but I also have to hear what stupid people are saying. And so that's not something that I enjoy doing, because listening to stupid people is one of the most frustrating things. And then I have to look at, the stupid people's food. But with Instagram, it's like some hot girl that thinks she's a hipster and wants to take like half naked photos. So I'm going to go with Instagram. 66% agree with me, and 34% really care about stupid things. Would you rather get in a car crash and be mentally impaired, or an airplane crash and break all your ribs, both your legs, and both your arms and recover in 5 years? Huh. Now, the car crash is something. Okay, so let me think about this in terms of the actual. Let's talk about the actual event now, the crash, or both crashes, I guess. So the car crash is common. People get in car crashes all the time, and they just kind of like a second. It's just like, usually at least, it's like, oh, I didn't see this. Well, bam. Uh-oh. And then it's it's impact and realization that you're going to get in a car accident and everything all at the same time. But with an airplane crash, you're high up in the sky, and so you have time to process and everything like that, and you have time to think about everything, and it's not hitting you all at once. It's hitting you in different levels and in different layers. And so I think that that's going to be pretty mentally tough on you, especially since you have to face yourself in that situation. You have to you have to be responsible for yourself to yourself in that situation. And the experience of a plane crash and surviving would be cool. And the recovery of 5 years would be terrible, but being mentally impaired forever is terrible. If you look at people like Stephen Hawking, his body is, just in shambles, so to say, but his mind is brilliant. And so when in doubt, I think you should always keep your mind, because that's really where the person is. If you want to think about it, if you really want to think about it, what separates the the human from everything else, and it's the mind. And so I'm going to go with the airplane accident. 82% agree with me, 18% would rather get in the car accident. I honestly didn't see that one being such a big landslide. Would you rather host a game show or host a talk show? Now, I think this is a pretty obvious answer for anybody listening to this, because I guess technically speaking, I already host a talk show. But I think it'd be a lot more fun to host a talk show, kind of like I would, like examining people's minds, like we talked about in that, last question a little bit. I think it would be a lot of fun to, interview guests and things like that. I think I would take it a lot more seriously than, I currently take this YouTube channel. So I think it would be, I would love to have a talk show. 40% agree with me, 60% would rather have a game show, and I totally understand that, but that's just why 60% of the population is more dumb than I am, and I believe I just used more dumb incorrectly. So who's really smart? Would you rather play the Legend of Zelda series for the rest of your life, or play the Super Mario Brothers series for the rest of your life? Oh, this is a great question, because either way you win. The great thing about the Mario for me is I enjoyed it a lot more when I was playing it. Zelda is a great game, but I enjoyed Mario a lot better as a child in my memory, and I also played a little bit of the Legend of Zelda on the 3DS, and I'm gonna go with Mario. I think there's more variation. I get less bored with Mario, and I personally just enjoy Mario better. 81% agree with me, 19% would rather play Legend of Zelda, and I kind of saw that one coming, and I think everybody else did. Would you rather have your mind enslaved to technology, or never be able to touch a single device in your life? I guess I don't know why I was thinking about that, but I'm gonna go with not touch a single device. Oh my god. 55% would rather be enslaved to technology than have their basic freedom. So 55% of these people could easily be taken over by any kind of government at all. They would easily lose their rights. I think that is incredibly despicable that 55% of the population would rather be enslaved to technology. 45% of the population is at least a little bit intelligent. So the 55% of you should go fuck yourself. Would you rather never be able to say sorry or never be able to say I love you to anyone? That's pretty hard. That's a pretty hard thing to say because if I'm thinking about never being able to apologize, people are really gonna hate you. People are gonna get annoyed with you quickly. No one wants to continue a relationship with someone that doesn't know when they're wrong, because part of continuing a relationship is bettering yourself and others and, you know, improving. And that's not improvement at all if you're, you know, if you're never able to say you're sorry. But if you're never able to say you love anyone, the people that are around you are going to feel underappreciated. And so that's something to think about too. I'm going to say never be able to say sorry. Yeah, I'm just going to go with never be able to say sorry because at least that way I can try not to do anything wrong. You know what I mean? I can try not to... Obviously, there's going to be those situations where you're saying sorry to someone, like someone's relative dies. You know, it's not your fault, but you're apologizing for their loss. You know, that's one of those situations is it would be terrible not to be able to apologize. But I think it would be better than never being able to say I love you. So I'm going to say never be able to say sorry. 79% agree with me, and 21% have Asperger's. Would you rather only eat fruits or only eat vegetables? Now, that's a simple question because fruits are much tastier than vegetables, even though vegetables are probably better for you. 85% agree with me, and 15%, they just don't think. I don't know, they're probably better people. Would you rather have a magic pencil that always wrote the right answer or have the ability to make other people's pencils write whatever you want? Now, this seems pretty simple to me as well, because having a magical pencil that always wrote the right answer means whenever I take a test, I will always, you know, get 100%. And that's important to me right now because I'm in college. And, you know, that I feel like that's the only time in school or is when something like that is going to be useful. Now, no one really writes important things with pencils anymore. Anything that you'd want to be able to control is usually written on a computer and some kind of word processing machine. So I'm going to go with the magic pencil that always gives me the right answer. 66% agree with me, and 34%, you know, didn't think that out. Would you rather be able to talk to animals or have the ability to make your calls by swiping your finger against your eyebrow? Okay, talk to animals, because making calls by swiping my finger against my eyebrow is just stupid. And if I have to explain that to any of you, you should stop watching my videos, unsubscribe from everybody else you're subscribed to, and jump off a bridge. 85% agree with me, and 15%. I think I just... Anyway, would you rather be in South Park or be in The Simpsons? I'm going to go with South Park on this because I don't like The Simpsons. I don't care for The Simpsons. I don't think that they're funny. I feel like they're cheap laughs a lot of the time. At least South Park is insightful in some ways, and I enjoy, you know, South Park better than I enjoy Springfield, the town, anyway. Seems like a nicer place to live. 36% agree with me, and 64% just are not people that I trust their sense of humor. Would you rather always feel like you need to fall asleep but can't, or always feel like you just woke up after a late night? I'm gonna go with just woke up after a late night, because being tired and not being able to sleep is a terrible feeling, and I don't know. None of these are necessarily good. But I feel like the always feeling like you just had a long night was better. So 74% agree with me, 26% don't like sleep. Would you rather have the power to read minds or the power to stay 21 forever? The power to read minds, not because being 21 forever, you know, not because that is in itself, on the very basis of, you know, just take what you get, the very front of it. I'm just the surface of that is, you know, you stay in about your peak, your peak looks, I guess so to say. That's where you are at in your peak in terms of your looks. And so, but at the same time, you're gonna stay 21 forever while everybody you see dies. And so I'm gonna be able to read minds just because I don't want to see everyone I know die and forever. Like, that's your eternal punishment, is you're going to get to know someone and love them, and then they're going to die, and you won't. And you'll just always have that loss in your life. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. That's the end of this episode, and I'll see you guys later.